One of the things that we typically do is when we have our AutoCAD files posted into, and notice I'm actually on the web app here, we can set up our projects. And with that, before I jump into showing you some of the things, let me just show you the project aware, and I'll show it to you from here as well as inside of AutoCAD. So you can see I have a list of different projects underneath my Autodesk Doc entry here. And if I go to the three dots here, you'll notice down right here, go ahead and click on that, there we go, right here, you'll notice it has the project support files. So what this is a it's the project aware. It allows us to post things. Now you'll notice that I got my templates here. I got some fonts listed inside of here. And this is specific to this project that's called Tower Project. So the Tower Project has all of these support. And you'll notice in this example here, I don't have a hatch pattern file that I would like to add that in there. So I'm going to go ahead and hit this upload option here. And down at the bottom, I have a shortcut to the support file, and it's just in your user's profile, wherever you have your PAT saved. You might have this saved on a shared directory or anything like that, but this is a file that contains all of the hatch pattern that AutoCAD uses. Now that I have attached this to this means that anybody that's part of this Tower project will be able to download these support files that are now attached and added to the project up on that Autodesk doc. So you'll see that we also have not only the hatch pattern, we got line type, we got the plot style. Previously, in order to include a lot of this stuff here, you would actually do sort of basically an eTransmit, right, to collect everything. And how many times have you gone through that eTransmit only to realize at the end you forgot to hit that one checkbox to allow you to collect all the supporting files? I've done that a couple of times and then realized, oh, I got to go back and make sure I create an eTransmit to include all that information. So this is just to streamline the the Autodesk Docs and being able to have all of your support file up there. So we call this the project aware. And so now when I say done, if I go down to my AutoCAD, I'm going to go back into 26 here. If I go into my options command here, you're going to see that at the top here, project aware. Settings are available for this power project. So we, in order for this part to work, we need to, from the doc side, create our projects. And then finally, I learned this myself, but if you do not have the correct version of the Autodesk Desktop Connector, and you can see the version that I have right now, it's a 16.14.1.2577. This version supported that. I had a previous install, and it was like the 16.12 or 13 or something like that, and I couldn't get the Project Assist or the Project Aware to work. I couldn't get the functionality to work, and I'm like, what's going on? I know I got the project all set up, and it was just that one little thing. So it does matter in making sure that you have the latest and greatest version of this desktop connector if you intend to use that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and bring back the options here just to show you the process is similar to what you would expect as we did on the AutoCAD, on the web version. So you click on this, you would just go from the beginning setup, and you can go through and set up, and it's a wizard literally where it will allow you to go and set this up and add the supporting file. Now here, you notice it didn't really give me, what items. It went ahead and just collected everything that I needed and added it to the support file. It created a folder now that is basically project settings, and that's listed inside of my Autodesk Docs for this particular project called, Tower Project. So you also notice at the top, you can see that we now have a notification up here that says that this is a current project, and you can see that it is tied into the Autodesk Doc.